ほとんどやられてしまったのか。
御意。鬼のネズコちゃんがあんなに可愛いのに、スズメのお前が凶暴じゃ。ああ、こっちや。
僕たち家族の静かな暮らしを邪魔するな。僕たちの絆は誰にも切れない。
What's going on, guys? Seth here, joined by Chevy. To my left, to your right, we just watched episode 15 of Demon Slayer. Quick recap. We continue with, I guess, Zenitsu freaking out over Nezuko. That turns into a situation where he is following her around a lot, and then also is trying to be very buddy-buddy with Tanjiro in a very weird way. All the while, Inosuke is chilling, and the old lady offers to change out his clothes and give him food, and he's doing something. I think he's enjoying that. I don't know what the fuck that's.
He's never really interacted with humans before.
Yeah. So it's just funny because it's like he's a fucking. I mean, like he's raised by wolves. Like fucking, he interacts with people. Like half the time, people talk to him about something. He's like, "What does that mean?" Yeah. So yeah, all this shit's going on, and eventually they get their next mission, which they got to go to a mountain to eliminate a target. As they leave, the old lady essentially tells them, like good luck and fucking, have what did she say, like pride in yourself or something like that, to that extent. While they're on their way to the next objective, they kind of discuss that, and it's funny because like Inosuke just does not get what the fuck she was talking about, and then Tanjiro's like thinking about it, and then eventually Tanjiro, oh man, I forgot the dialogue of that part where he said something and Tanjiro's just like fucking starts running faster. He's like, I'm fucking out of here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and then Inosuke's like, you're not gonna beat me, and fucking starts catching up to him. All the while, Zenitsu's in the back, just lagging along. Yeah, so they end up getting there around nighttime, and Zenitsu gets freaked out. I like how he's just like, hey, can we stop for a second? And they're just like, what's up? And he's like, I'm scared. Like, that's it. Like, it's not like he needs a break. He's just not interested in going any further. He's talking about the vibes and the forest and the mountain looking creepy and shit. And all the while that's happening, they see a dude laying on the ground who is still alive, but then gets pulled into the air and into the trees, which makes Tanjiro pause for a second because it's kind of a creepy situation.
A demon slayer, yeah.
Yeah, Demon Slayer got pulled away. Yeah. And Inosuke is like ready to go because he's always ready to go. So that kind of gives Tanjiro kind of a morale boost, but not Zenitsu, because he's just not ready to go anywhere. He just wants to chill. He's freaking out. He's doing Zenitsu shit, and they go without him, and he's just sitting on the fucking road, just shivering. They run into the forest. They find that there is like one demon slayer who's still alive, kind of sneak around trying to figure out the situation. They get from him that 10 of them were sent in there to eliminate the demon there, and through some kind of manipulation that we find out later in the episode, they start essentially killing each other. And yeah, it's a fucked situation. Also, there's a part where I can't remember the rankings, but essentially what Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu are The guy was hoping for something higher than that, and there is a part where the bird flies back when the 10 are getting eliminated, and they're going to send in 2 of higher rank demon slayer. So that will be interesting.
I can't remember the name exactly. It's like Hashari, something like that. It's the rank.
Yeah. Yeah, so they'll show up at some point, I'm sure, in some kind of interesting way. So while they're investigating the situation, they start running into more of these manipulated demon slayers. Some of them are dead, some of them are still like alive. And they are trying to stop them from attacking them without killing them, which is hard for Inosuke. But yeah, so they start like knocking people down and stuff, but it shows an emphasis on their getting back up, which kind of talking about something I liked about this episode. It has a like more horror vibe than a lot of the other episodes have. I mean, it's all horror themed because it's all demon stuff, but this one has like a zombie feel to it. Also has a lot of spider shit, so I was like, oh great. We get a couple hints where there's a demon, a specific one, who is essentially doing the manipulation through spider webs. Spiders are going onto people and leaving strings on them, in which, if you got enough of them on there, it seems like they can manipulate you. But then they're also met by another demon who is standing on the strings in the trees, who's essentially saying he's not going to let them do anything to his family. Alluding to there's multiple of them out there. So they are in a situation where they have to locate the main demon. I'm assuming the main demon. Inosuke shows off that he has some kind of spatial awareness thing. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but he essentially was able to do a fucking scan through the trees and located where the manipulating demon is at. So that'll be interesting once we figure out more about that, but also where that demon's at. And then we go back to Zenitsu out on the road, being confronted by his bird, that he should be helping his friends, and he's just not interested in that. And
also
then
doesn't speak bird, so he has no idea what the bird's saying.
Yeah, it's like the bird's just talking to him. He's just staring. He's like, "You don't understand humans," and the bird gets pissed and bites him. But then it dawns on him that Tanjiro took Nezuko with him into the woods, and it bothers him a lot that he would take not only any girl into the woods with him, but Nezuko. So through that, he finds the strength and bravery to just run into the woods screaming. So apparently that was enough to get him ambitious enough to do that. And I think that's about everything. It's kind of left definitely as a to be continued, kind of just giving the situation of what's going on in the situation. And it was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I did really like the whereas like the last situation with the demon was like fun with the house doing the weird fucking shit. The demon itself wasn't super interesting to me outside of his backstory, maybe a little bit. This one's already got my attention a little bit more just because like I like the whole like they sent a team in, they got like eliminated, and there's multiple of these demons and they're doing all this weird spiderweb shit where they're fucking manipulating people, and it has like a horror vibe to it. It's creepy. The trees are all eerie, and these like it almost reminds me of like Versus, which I love Versus. So it's a cool premise, cool setup. I'm definitely curious to see where it goes with this demon and what their whole thing is. I mean, I kind of get a little bit of it, but I'm sure there's more to it. I also would like to know more about Inosuke's ability of spatial awareness. I want to know how that works, because you got Tanjiro and his smell, which at first I'm like, he smells good, but like it comes in handy in a lot of fun ways. And then when they talk about Zenitsu being able to hear well, I'm like, well, that makes sense, because like they gotta have someone who does something that's different but kind of the same. But then they made it interesting because like in a way I didn't think about it, they made it so he can like tell characteristics about people, even though he doesn't seem like he does it a whole lot because he's too busy freaking out about everything. He can do that. So I would like to see Inosuke's thing I guess, more fleshed out. So I understand it better. But it's
To be
interesting.
honest, I don't recall at all. So I'm kind of just like to throw some guesses out there. It's either going to be like a touch or an instinct based thing, I would assume.
Yeah.
Because I honestly I don't even know if they talk about it. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah. Otherwise, he just pulled that off. And that's cool. Whatever. But I just kind of assumed that was his thing that makes him special, I guess.
Oh, sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the episode's all set up, so I'm definitely most likely going to like the next episode even more. But I do like the setup of this one a lot more than some of the things that have happened already. And yeah, can't wait to see where it goes. What'd you think?
Yeah. Well, I thought this episode was actually going to be an episode that takes place after this storyline. So, jumped ahead of the gun at the end of the last episode, but I still was technically right. There's world building.
Yeah.
I like this episode a lot because it is the first time they're sent, basically as a unit, and then also following up that was another unit. So obviously, it's a larger threat in that regard if they need to send multiple, but also the fact that even when that guy on the webs was up there, I'm pretty positive he mentioned there was 5 of them.
Yeah.
And that they were his family. And pretty sure it was mentioned before. It was definitely mentioned before that they're not given the ability to gather. So it's kind of an interesting thing to think about with this.
Well, every demon so far seems to have different dynamics. So, because at first it was kind of like established that demons are essentially like animals, and they have like territories, and they hunt there, and they don't like other demons in that area. But then like we had the fucking,
especially the weaker there,
the Scooby-Doo house with multiple demons in it, and then now this situation we have a family of demons, and all these demons seem to have characteristics and ambitions that are influenced by before they were demons. So yeah, it's been interesting.
Well,
every time it's different.
And in the house, the guy was previously one of the 12, right? And the other 2, even I think there was even a scene where like they were conflicting with each other constantly. Like they got in a fight. That's how he lost his drum. So they didn't quite get along. It was just like a mutual benefit.
There was still just like a coexistence, which was interesting.
Yeah, and then with this implied, essentially, as he words it, family, right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of this as well, just because of the fact that there's so many players involved at this point. I think it'll give us more opportunities to see a variety of things now, instead of just like we got little, especially in the house arc, we got little flashes of things, but we didn't really get to see anyone do anything super crazy, right? So should be interesting to see, because now there's more enemies, more players involved. So
and a bunch of expendable demon slayers.
Yeah, lots of bodies involved. I mean, it's 10, 15, 18 people in the forest right now. So
yeah,
with a potential, additions coming. So
yeah, definitely. I like the setup. I just I need to see where it goes. So I'm definitely all in on the next episode. Anything else you want to say? All right. Well, let us know in the comments what you like about this episode. Please, no spoilers. And yeah, let me know everything you think about when it comes to 15, and join us for episode 16. We'll be reviewing that next. And yeah, my name's Seth. This has been Chevy, and we'll see you on the next episode.